Hello everyone, I am the Panda Photographer, and today I want to show you some of the photos I have taken at a past event and here in New York City. And I'm using the Sigma 18-35, Godox TT600s and high-speed sync because I accidentally left the 860 Mark II batteries at the hostel. So just wanted to let you guys know that beforehand, before we start. So I'm just gonna wait until a few people come into the live stream. Thank you for tuning in, whoever who is sitting in the live stream right now. But I want to actually show you some of these images that I have taken. Oops. What is going on here? Oh, there we are. So, guys, as the Panda Photographer, I am not a professional photographer when I say this. So, I'm an enthusiast. I base this off my creativity, on my style, how I shoot. You may shoot differently, but these are some of the photos I have taken for the LemonNoLemon party. So keep in mind, shutter speed does change, ISO does change, aperture does change, and focal lengths do change throughout the photos that I will show you here. So these were taken, but I just want to show you the process. So let's reset this. This is before, and this is after. So give you guys a good idea. When I'm editing the photos, I'm using Lightroom. I'm using all the settings as possible, making sure my highlights are not overexposing or there's not too much noise. But I'm also using Nik Collection. But also want to show you another image. See, I try to salvage this image because I do like this image. It's out of focus for some reason, and I thought I had captured this image, but I was trying to go for something a little bit more artistic in a way, but it didn't turn out as planned. But I tried to salvage the images as much as possible. So this was a shot at 35mm F1.8 ISO 640 at 160 of a second. I know you guys are like, so you were underexposed. Yes, I was underexposed, but I knew that the A77 has a little bit of dynamic range, so I can work with dynamic range. The A77 Mark II has, I believe it's 14 stops, 13, 14 stops of dynamic range, so it's a good camera. It does the job pretty well. But let me show you the before. This is before, so you guys can see how dark it is. It's really dark. And this is the after. So yes, I increased the shadows a little bit. Also brought some detailed instructor to extract some detail. But just to let you guys know that I am using the Sigma 18-35 here. Next image. And yeah, this is Gila. Gila is the technician behind the beat making. So I took the image from this, from underexposed to exposed, and it looks pretty good and very vibrant. The events, I try to do as much as possible with the gear that I have. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video, I misplaced the battery for the 860V Mark II. I found it, and so I was only able to use the TT600s, so I placed them on one right side and one left side of the room so I can light up the room. And I used it in high-speed sync. I had power was based on the mood. So basically, like messing with the lights here. So I wasn't just messing with the TT600s, but I was messing with my buddy Tech's studio lighting system, and I captured this. And I wanted to show you guys like how I shoot an event to, bring some creativity in what I like to do. I'm thinking outside the box, but I'm also want to separate myself from other photographers. So, yeah. So, where are we? Alright. So it was once this. I'm gonna reset everything. So this is what the image looked like before, and now this is what the image look like now. So I toned it down just a little bit, but I did pull some details by extracting those details. I want to focus on him, but you can see that he's a little bit sweaty up there, so I wanted to focus on that. But I wanted to focus on this beam of light that's focused on him. So I wasn't just playing with my speed lights, I was playing with the studio lights that my buddy Tech has in his loft. So, and I know how to mess around with the studio lights. So if you are in a situation and you're in an environment and there's extra lights that you see in your, if you had a wedding or if you had a club or a party, use that lights as well at your advantage. But keep in mind, I was also not using the Godox system at all. I was actually shooting natural light. Some of these are natural light, so keep that in mind. Some of these are just low light shots using these lights in the studio. Now, this is Pateron Black, hip hop artist in Brooklyn, Best Eye Brooklyn, at the LemonNoLemon party, and wanted to show you guys what this looked like before. I'm going to reset this. So this is what it looked like before. Now you see that speed light right there. It's blurred out, but you can see it right there. Now that's the TT600 on the S Bowen mount on the light stand. And after I'm done with processing this image, this is what this image looks like now. So if you guys like the image and you like what I'm doing with the speed lights, placing them in different places, yes, as a photographer, I'm moving the speed lights around. I'm moving either in front or back of the subject because I have two lit. Also, like I said, I have my buddy Tech's lighting equipment, so use that to my advantage. So this is what all the images look like. Here's one image, what it looks like with all the people there. So yeah, lots of people come to these events that my buddy Tech throws, and all the way from Tokyo. And by the way, if you guys are in New York City and you are an artist or a photographer or a sculptor or whatever you do to entertain people for events, no porn shit out. His space is available for availability, so I will leave his links down in the descriptions below so you get in contact with him. But I want to show you what this also photo look like. I'm gonna reset everything. You see how it's underexposed? But I bring it out, boom, looks good. And I did a little blur effect on the edges, so you guys get a good idea. And like I said, the Sigma 1835 is a well capable lens for event photographies, weddings, portraits, in some cases landscapes. I pretty much use this lens for everything else in photography other than pornography. So this image, I wanted to do something special. I wanted to actually do an HDR look, but I really want to do the HDR look on the subject and matter that's, the subject in focus and attention, which is Pateron Black. So this is what the image looked like before. I'm gonna reset it. So this is what the image looked like before all the process isn't done. Now, once I was done, this is what the image looked like now. which is a better, I think it gives it a very nice contrasty appeal. And I just want you guys' opinions, what you guys think about it. And I'm sorry guys, I'm still not feeling that well. I've been under the weather lately. So you can see from these images that yeah, using Sigma 1835 f2.8 1/60 of a second 28mm ISO 800. Now I was using the Godox TT600s. As you can see, just like this one, I used the Godox TT600s, so I brought the light back a little bit, and you can see another Godox TT600s right here in the back, right there in the back, and using the stage light. But the same here goes for this one, using stage light, using the Godox TT600s, and making sure that it works. And you know, and this is what they look like before. Yes, I did crop, and this is what it looked like now. So if you guys like what you see, please do subscribe, please like, please do share. If you guys want to support what I do as a photographer, I do have a PayPal link down in the descriptions below. It really does help me out, guys. So this is my buddy Tech. This is his spot, his place. His place is for rent. He has tons of records. He has the equipment, and you can bring your own equipment. But I always take a picture of him in this event to let people know that he's the guy. So this image, pretty simple, nothing too major that I've done, you know, because some of these clients don't really care, but I kind of care about how I present my work. So this is what it looked like before, and then this is what they look like now. So big difference, big change, but not too shabby. Like images like this, a little out of focus, but still salvageable enough to be used. So I used it and used it as to my best advantage. You know, images like this, you know, just want to show you guys what it looks like and how when someone hires me to do a party or an event or a live concert show at a club or an event somewhere, I use the gear. I use one particular lens, and that is 1835. I recommend not the 1835. I just recommend a zoom lens when you actually doing event photography, parties, or weddings, because they do come in handy for a lot of focal lengths, like this one, 26 f2.8 1/50 of a second ISO 800. Before it looked like this, and then now after it looks like this. So yes, some corrections, and I know the histogram is all over the place, but you know, I have to move really fast and really go into the sense and just know what I have to do. Sometimes I miss a shot, but I did it again, and I'm patient enough to wait for the performer to perform. Like this shot, this is a close-up moment where he's singing to the ladies. Now, ladies, watch out. Honeycomb, he can get you he can persuade you to love him. So watch out. His name is Honeycomb, by the way. So he's a hip-hop pop vocal singer. So yeah, I wanted to do something cool with this image too, so I decided to show you. Let me show you what it looked like before. You can see how like it's kind of like the strong contrast. So just to let you guys know, on my camera I shot in a neutral profile, -2 saturation, -2 contrast, but just left the sharpness alone. That's what I normally shoot when I do portraits, and this is what it looked like after it. So, and I think it looks good. What do you guys think? What do you guys see? Three of you guys in here right now. So what do you guys think? I do the best I can. You know, I'm not some other photographers on YouTube that like to show off and say I'm the best. I'm pro. No, I just, when I'm in taking photos, I'm in a zone where I'm spaced out, and it's like I kind of want to be left alone when I'm in the zone, but I also want to make people happy and satisfied at the end of the day. But this is Slow Riches. This is their album release party. So all these other performers will perform before they performed. So Slow Riches, thank you, and No Limit and Tech. So this is how this image looked before. So I'm gonna reset it. Look how freaking underexposed that is on one side. But once I was done processing, look how it looks now. Looks pretty amazing. But I'm pretty satisfied with the images. And here's a shot of the vocalist, and I used the light. Oh no, let me show you. So he would look like before. We set everything. Now underexposed, but once I was done with it, a little bit of increasing exposure just a bit, and spotlight, boom. You can see the rate of light hit his face, kind of giving it a glow around his head. But that was the whole point of me doing speed lights and natural low light situation, shooting with, you know, with one camera with one lens. So, you know, I take the advantages of both situations, and when it comes down to high speed sync, I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it with some situations. It comes in handy, like in this situation when I don't have my main light, my main flash, which is my V860 Mark II, which does shoot in high speed sync and TTL. But unfortunately, I had to use the street lights and use the natural light. So, and I knew that the natural light was going to work better. But this is the Panda Photographer, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for looking at my work, looking at what I do as a photographer. But if you guys want to support the channel, there's a PayPal link down in the description below. Please, it really does help me out to travel, because I am ready to leave New York City. But other than that, guys do like, do share, do subscribe, follow the links down in the description below. But with that said, eat, sleep, photography, videography, and repeat. And I will see you guys in the next video. You guys take care. Happy shooting.